Turkey is one of those amazing sounding places with so much history. Do you see a lot of that on the Turkish Treasures Tour?
Absolutely, we see a lot of history. It's one of the oldest civilizations on the planet. Yeah, it's a wonderful historical, cultural place to visit. We start off in Istanbul. Fantastic city, Istanbul. It's my favourite large city on the planet. And the location of our hotel is perfect. From the window of your hotel room, you gaze down upon the Blue Mosque, which is just a sensational image to wake up to each morning. We do the Anzac pilgrimage to Gallipoli.
That must be a really moving experience.
It's very moving. We've got Lone Pine, Shrapnel Valley, all the memorials to ourselves rather than busload after busload of other tourists there on Anzac Day.
For some people, they know they have a connection to Gallipoli and the history there, but for a lot of people, war is not necessarily something that they personally connect to. But you get to Gallipoli and without fail, everybody is moved by what took place there, and overall really just the very sad loss of life and the waste of life that occurred on that peninsula. It's a very poignant day on tour.
We do a lot of coastal riding. We go down the Aegean coastline, the Mediterranean coastline. Later in the tour we spend a couple of days on the Black Sea coastline, so there's a trifecta of seas, and lots of people like to tick off the trifecta by having a dip in all three of those seas.
There's nothing better really than riding a motorcycle down the Mediterranean. The blue of the Med is incredible, incredible.
The first sight of the Mediterranean that everybody get, they all stop and go, wow, I had heard it was blue, but they have no idea how blue the Med can be.
And what bikes do you take on this trip?
In Turkey we have a wide range of motorcycles. So we have Suzuki V-Stroms, we've got Honda Transalps. They tend to be a mid-range, about the 650, 700, 800cc range, ideal for covering the distances that are required in Turkey.
And what are the roads like then?
The roads are very good. The coastal roads are very twisty, where people can have a bit of fun with the throttle. There's not too much traffic in Turkey either. There's a large central region of Turkey known as the Anatolian Plateau, and within Anatolia there's a smaller region known as Cappadocia. Cappadocia is like something that the Warner Brothers would have created for Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Fantastic natural shapes and formations. Early man moved in there and chiselled caves into the area, so the original troglodytes actually took residence in the central Anatolian Plateau and they made themselves caves, which today are a great tourist attraction. It's also very spectacular when viewed from above, and we offer people a hot air balloon experience to ride up above the landscape of Cappadocia and look down and watch out for Wile E. Coyote. They've discovered underground cities there that are 8, 9, 10 stories deep.
And on tour in Turkey we spend 3 nights in Cappadocia, which we don't do anywhere else in the world, so that tells you how remarkable it is and how much there is to see in Cappadocia.
From Cappadocia we go north and we find the Black Sea. The Black Sea coastline is one of the world's great unexplored destinations. It's one of the world's best kept secrets. The Black Sea forests have to be seen to be believed. Every green imaginable is in the forests of the Black Sea, and if it's a warm day, the wooded perfumes drift out of the forest at you and you can smell them as you're riding through on your motorcycle. The Black Sea is a real highlight of the Turkey trip.
Very, very beautiful part of the country. We both love Turkish food. It's probably our favourite cuisine of any tour that we do anywhere in the world. A lot of the fruit and vegetables have taste in them, which is not always a given in all parts of the world anymore.
Am I right in saying that it can be hard to buy an ice cream there?
Not at all difficult to buy an ice cream. Every marketplace that you go to will have Turkish ice cream vendors selling their wares, ringing their bells and throwing ice cream around and doing all sorts of fantastic tricks with it. So yeah, Turkish ice cream is a highlight as well.
Something that a lot of people might not be aware of with Turkey is the warmth and the hospitality of the Turkish people. That's absolutely, if not the highlight of the tour, certainly one of the highlights. Australians and New Zealanders are in particular treated very specially by the Turkish people, but across the board the Turkish people are the most generous, warm-hearted and beautiful people that you'll find on the planet.
If you introduce yourself to a Turkish man and he asks you where you're from and you say Australia or New Zealand, he'll stand upright and he'll beat his chest and say Anzac, and he'll give you a big bear hug.